YouTubers, how you doing? My name is Roland from Dade Toyota. We're here today to show you how the 2016 Corolla S works and all its features. Okay, we're going to talk about the smart key system on this Toyota Corolla S. As you can see, the door is open, but as long as you have this key with you, there's two little lines here on the handle. All you have to do is touch it, and the car is locked. When you come in the morning, all you have to do is put your hand in here, and the door is open. So that's basically how the smart key system works. Very simple. Okay, this particular car has push button ignition. Okay, you must put your foot on the brake and press the engine start button, and your car will start. Now the next thing you want to do is turn on the dome light and the map light. So in the event that you need light, it's already on. When you open the door, the lights will come on automatically. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to pair a phone. So what we're going to do, we're going to press this little button that says phone, and you're going to hit this button that says yes. No, there are no phones paired. Would you like to add one now? Yes. Okay, you're going to get this screen. So you take out your phone. We're going to do two phones. We're going to do the iPhone and we're going to do the Galaxy, which are the two most popular phones. Okay, we're going to do the Galaxy first. So what you want to do is you want to go to settings, Bluetooth, turn on your Bluetooth, and hit scan. Now the phone is going to scan, and you need to match the numbers. This number here with this number here. You hit it. Okay, confirm passkey. The passkey must be the same as this. You hit OK. Bluetooth pairing was successful. Now it's going to ask you permission to access your messages. Allow. It's going to ask you permission to access your contacts and call history. Allow. Now you press OK, and you hit the phone again. Now it's going to download all your contacts from the phone. Okay, as you can see, it's already downloaded your contacts. So what we want to do now is set up your text messaging. You hit this little envelope in the corner, and you're going to get your text messages. These are some old text messages that I have on my phone. But whenever you get a new text message, it's going to say read or ignore. If you hit read, it's going to write and read you the text message. If you hit ignore, it won't read the text message, and then you can read it here in private later on. Hit the phone so you can go back to your contacts. Now there are two ways you can make a phone call. You can either use the touch screen, or you can use voice recognition, which is this little button here. Okay? If you're parked somewhere, you're going to be able to use this touch screen. Let's say you wanted to call Alex. You would hit Alex's name and then press Alex's number, and the car will call Alex. If you want to use voice recognition, you would press this button. The lady's going to say, "How can I help you?" There's going to be a pause, and there's going to be a beep. Now, it's very important that you wait for the beep before you start talking. Okay? Because if you talk before the beep, it's going to tell you to repeat it and repeat it. So always wait for the beep. Watch.
What would you like to do?
Call South Toyota.
Calling the mobile number for South Toyota.
Okay, this is a little test. Now it's dialing. Okay, now we're going to do Apple's iPhone. It works similar but not the same as the Galaxy. So what you want to do again, hit Settings, Bluetooth. In this case, it's already on. And the phone here, Setup, Bluetooth, and Add. We're going to add another phone. You can add up to 5 phones. And yes. Now the phone is going to find the car, Toyota Corolla. So you hit Toyota Corolla, pair, Bluetooth pairing was successful. Okay, on the iPhone, you have to turn on notifications for the text messaging manually. So you would hit this little circle with the eye in the middle, and then turn on Show Notifications, and go back to Bluetooth. You hit OK, the phone, and you wait for it to update. Okay, and here are the contacts for the iPhone. Now to set up your text messages, you hit the little envelope in the corner, and you're going to get this screen. Same thing as the Galaxy, you will see whenever you get a new text message, you're going to see read or ignore. If you hit read, it'll write it and say it. If you hit ignore, it won't read it, and then you can read it here later on in private. Okay, and the rest works just the same. If you're apart, you can hit the name and then the number, and if you want voice recognition, you just hit this little talking head right here on the steering wheel. So now we have 2 phones in the system, but they cannot be activated at the same time. Only one phone can be active. So when you come into your car, you need to choose one of the 2 phones. So you go Setup, Bluetooth. The phone that is lit in blue is the phone that is active. That's the phone that can make calls and receive calls. Right now, the iPhone is active. But if you wanted to go to the Galaxy, you would press the Galaxy, connect all, and yes. Now it's going to disconnect the iPhone and connect the Galaxy. If you want to listen to music from your phone, you go Audio, and then with the mode button over here on the left of the steering wheel, you press it until you get to Bluetooth Audio. You would hit Apps. In my case, it will be Pandora. You will hit Pandora. You get your Pandora screen. You get Pandora going. As soon as Pandora starts playing, you're going to be able to hear Pandora through the speakers of the car.
I gotta get a tattoo at 12:30, and I don't want to be late.
Right now, there you go.
Show us how it's
No cables necessary.
How lucky can one guy be?
There you have Dean Martin. I'm an old guy, so I like to listen to Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra.
Like the fella once said,
So that's how you listen to music from your phone. Very easy. Okay, so you're listening to your FM radio. You want to listen to a CD. Here's your CD player up here. If you want to eject the CD, right here, you press this button. You can also pause the music. If you want to talk to somebody in the car, rather than turn off the radio, you just pause it. You hit this little pause button here. You can also seek the tracks on the CD or the radio, these buttons right here. We also have a car feature right here. The car feature tells you how many miles you can drive with the amount of gas you have in the tank. Right now I have a little less than a quarter of a tank, so I want to see how far I can drive. I press car. It tells me I can drive 81 miles. It also gives me the elapsed time if I want to go on a trip. At the end of the trip, I'll know how long it took me to get there, the average speed, miles per gallon. Okay, I'm going to show you now where there are some tutorials so you can know the things that voice recognition does. What you want to do is press Setup, then voice recognition tutorial. And here you have the tutorials. What you want to do is you want to start with the introduction. Just press it. The introduction will start. And I want you to go down the line using voice recognition, customizing your experience, making calls. You want to know how to make a phone call with your voice? Press making call. The tutorial starts teaching you how to do it. You want to learn how to send a text message with your voice or how to answer a text message with your voice? Press messaging. The tutorial starts teaching you how to send a text message or how to answer a text message. If you want to change the language, you have 3 languages you can choose from. What you need to do is press General, Language, and then you choose between English, French, and Spanish. You choose one of those, you press OK, go back, and you will see that whatever language you choose is there. Right now it's in English, but if you chose Spanish or French, everything will be in Spanish or French. And when you do voice recognition, the lady will speak in Spanish or French or in English, making it easier for you to use voice recognition. Okay, now I'm going to teach you how your air conditioner works. The air conditioner works just like the AC in your house. If in your house you have it set at 72 degrees, you take this wheel here and you turn it. You'll see here how the numbers change. So you keep turning it until you get to 72. Once you get to 72, the car is going to cool until it reaches that temperature. And it's going to keep it at 72. Here we have the front and rear defrosters. Here is where you want the air to blow. Right now it's blowing straight ahead. But you can change that with this button here. Up or down, down, with the heat, and straight again. Here we have the fan speed. You can change the fan speed depending on how fast you want it. And this is to recirculate the air. Right now the air is being recirculated, so you don't get any air from outside. And this is telling me that the AC is on. Now we're going to learn how the backup camera works in the Corolla. All you need to do is put it into reverse. Automatically you're going to get the backup camera. As you can see here, the red section here is the bumper of the car. And then you have a red line. From the bumper to the red line is 2 feet. The blue lines are to fit them inside the white lines that all parking spaces have. Right now I'm going to show you how the red line works. So I'm going to back up. As soon as that red line reaches that car back there, I'm going to be 2 feet from that car. Let me show you. Okay, it just takes a little getting used to. Once that red line reaches the tire, I'm 2 feet from the tire. See how that works? So you're always going to park your car perfectly, no problems. You're going to become an expert parker when you're backing up into a space. The Corolla S also has cruise control. Cruise control is great when you're going on long trips. What you do is you turn it on, you press this little button here, you turn it on, you're going to get this little speedometer here in the corner of the dash. That means that the cruise is on. So what you want to do next is you accelerate the car. Let's say you want to be at 70 miles an hour on the highway. You would accelerate the car until you get to 70. Once you get to 70, you press it down. It says set and an arrow pointing down. Now you can take your foot off the gas. The car will cruise at 70 miles an hour. All you have to do is steer it. If you need to brake for some reason, the car will disengage. The cruise control will disengage. If you want to go back to 70 once you pass the car that braked, all you need to do is go up where it says resume and the arrow pointing up. The car will accelerate back to 70 and it will stay there. If you want to cancel it, it's towards you. You see a little arrow pointing towards you that says cancel. If you want to turn it off, you press the button again and the little clock goes away and the cruise control is off. Your wiper is right here, like any other car. This car has 3 speeds for your wiper. But this car also has intermittent wiper, which is this little wheel here. This will permit you to set the speed of the wipe. If you put it low, the speed will be slow. If you go up, the speed will be faster. If you want the spray, the water for your car, you press it towards you. This car has a little switch here because this car has fog lights. If you want to turn on your fog lights, you go up until this little light comes on. This is how you turn your fog lights on and off. The night lights, you go all the way to the top, and there's your night lights. If you want the high beams, you push down, and your high beams come on. This little blue light comes on, telling you that the light beams are on. If you want to just flash it towards you, the stick towards you, and you see the blue light flicker, that means you're flashing the high beams. If you move it down one notch, you have the fog lights, the little fog lights. One more notch down, you have DRL. DRL is daytime running lights, the lights that you use during the day. One more notch down, you have it's off. The turn signals, just like in any other car, down is left, up is right. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have some buttons. The plus button is the up volume or the down volume, either for the radio or for the Bluetooth volume. These 4 arrows will allow you to change the radio. If you go down, it goes down. If you go up, it goes up. If you want to change the station, the side arrows will change the station. The mode button will allow you to change from AM to FM to Bluetooth audio. Let's say you want to listen to music from your phone, you would press the mode button until you get Bluetooth audio here. Now you would turn on Pandora, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, and listen to the music from your phone through the speakers of the car. The Corolla S also has a display window. The display window is controlled by this display button. This window gives you a lot of information. For example, it's telling me outside it's 81 degrees. The average miles per gallon right now is 6.9. It's so low because the car is new and it hasn't been driven. It's telling me that the car is in park and it has trip A 6.7 miles. The trip A can also be put to 0 if you go on a trip. You can 0 it out, and then you go on your trip, and it tells you how far you drove. If you hit the display button again, it gives you the cruising range. Right now, the car has a little bit less than a half a tank, so it's telling me I can drive 144 miles. The average speed 0 because we're standing here. Elapsed time is the time that it takes you from point A to point B. And the average miles per gallon, 0. And the current miles per gallon. And back to the cruising range. The steering wheel is adjustable for your comfort. All you need to do is go here underneath the column, put your thumb in there, and you bring down this little lever. This will allow you to move the steering wheel down, up, out, in, put it in any position that is comfortable for you, and then you just lock it back up, push it back into the column. To set your mirrors, it's right here. You got left, and then you adjust it here, and you have right, and you adjust it here. You also have this little wheel here. This little wheel is to set the intensity of the lights of your dash. On the floor, you have 2 levers. One is to open the trunk, and one is to open the fuel door. As you can see, it has a little car with the trunk open and a little fuel pump. Like in most cars, if you want to open the hood to check your oil or whatever you want to do, you have a little lever handle here that you push out, and then you can pop the hood of your car right here. Okay, there's 2 ways you can open the trunk in a Corolla. The one way is that you go inside and you pull on the lever, and the trunk is going to pop. The second way is to use your remote key. You press it, you hold it, and your trunk opens. Once you're in here, you're going to see this. This is to, in the event you want to put a personalized plate in the front, you use this here. Now, this is where your spare tire is. You lift this up, and here you have your jack and your tools and the spare tire.